A well-known building in Courtenay is now in ruins after a huge fire ripped through it Tuesday evening. Firefighters battled the blaze for hours but couldn't save the old Buckerfields building. Dean Stoltz reports.
A plume of thick black smoke rises from a hydroponic supply store in Courtenay as flames tear through the building's roof. An aerial ladder truck pours water on the blaze with little effect. Witnesses say it seemed to spread fast after breaking out around 6:15 Tuesday evening. Kendall Packham saw the flames and took out her iPhone to take these pictures as the fire department was arriving.
I heard from a lady standing next to me that apparently she drove in by seeing a little bit of smoke, said that she talked to somebody else who said the fire department was on their way, and by the time the fire department got here it already exploded. So it just was in about 30 seconds, they said, of just noticing the initial smoke that it started to blow up.
The fire had already broke through the back end of the building. I was first on scene. When our crews arrived, we started hitting it with some larger hose lines, trying to knock it down. Fire grew quite rapidly.
34 firefighters and 5 trucks battled the blaze for several hours as the thick, toxic smoke envelops them and their equipment.
It was intense, yeah. I thought there might have been an explosion because of all the chemicals in the building, but there wasn't, so lucky of that.
But other people do say they heard some small explosions in the fire.
We could hear some canisters blowing up, and then we heard a big air one go to.
But the just-in-time greenhouse and hydroponic supply store had more than just fertilizers inside. There were hundreds of pairs of Crocs footwear ready for internet orders. Apparently the rubber-like material adding fuel to the fire.
Very difficult fire to fight. We weren't able to get any crews to the inside of the fire, to the seat of the fire, until later on in the event. The building was built back in the 60s, not much drywall in there, heavy timber construction, plus a very extensive fuel load inside made things difficult for us. 2
firemen suffered heat exhaustion battling the blaze. One was treated at the scene, but one had to be taken to hospital for treatment and observation. Both were back at the scene of the fire before the final flames were put out. Today, the scene is behind police tape as investigators try to find the cause.
Now, does that mean it's suspicious in nature or not?
Well, at this point in time, the trained investigator who looks at arson investigator is going to be looking at it to determine whether or not there's anything that's suspicious. So at this point in time, it's simply a preliminary investigation.
The owners of the business were at the fire but did not want to speak to the media.